Thank you, sir. So that issue, as I was saying, sir, it's a very serious and a very complicated answer. As I have said, sir, we should not give rooms for any complications. Sir. So the objective of that reservation policy which was enacted in 1972, sir, it was just to uplift the backward people and the underprivileged community of our own state, sir, of our own people. So if we go back to the history, sir, if we go back to the history, so when the British was governing our Indians, to avoid further exploitation from the plain people during British rule, sir, the British government enacted an inner line permit to avoid further exploitation from the hill people by the plain people, sir. So, if we look back to history, we are a hill people, and therefore, sir, because we are neglected by the plain people when we were in Assam, sir. When we were in Assam, Mr. Speaker, sir, to give freedom and to safeguard our identity, and even to safeguard our culture and the language, we have our leaders of the past demanded for the new creation of the hill states. And the further, sir, when the Assam language bill was enacted during 1960s, forcefully, the situation has led to the resignation of late Captain Sangma from the Travel Ministry in the government of Assam. When the government, when our statute come into existence, it is decided by the leader of the past, the pioneers of our state, and the forefathers of our state, Meghalaya. In order to protect our own community, in order to protect our people from exploitation from the highest people, sir, we should be protected with this kind of rules and law. Therefore, sir, this reservation policy come into existence. Sir, I'm very, one way is glad, and one way is I'm very sorry to tell you, sir. Sir, in the 2 years back, during 2019 and 20, the MTET examination, MTET recruitment has been taken place in all state of Meghalaya, sir. Sir, I want to give an example, sir, about my district, South Karas. There was about 100 plus vacancy for the post of lower primary teachers in the government schools, the government LP school in our state. So, but if we see the first percentage, the first number, though we have the vacancy of more than 120 plus vacancies, only 68 has been passed. And out of that, due to certain reason, only 40 to 50 has been appointed. So, our people still lagging behind. Our people needs to be uplifted to the standard that we expect today. So, if you look at the quality of our education, if you look at our boys and girls doing, performing in the various SSLC and SSLC examination last many years, sir. So it is, if we look at the district-wise, if we look at the Garuda's Percha, our people, our students never even cross the first percentage only up to 20%, 23%, 30%, sir. So, though we have in the 50 years of our status, sir, our people did not reach to what we expect today, the standard that we expect today. So our forefathers, our leader of the past have enacted this reservation policy so as to bring up the standard in all aspects of our people. But even after 25 years about 50 years about status, sir, our people are still lagging behind.
Please conclude now.
Sir, therefore, sir, I would like to request everybody of this house. I think, sir, this reservation, what has been enacted with the God-gifted wisdom in the forefathers of our leader, I think we should not question, and this must be continued, and status quo must be kept, sir. I do request that the bondage of Garo, Khasi, and Jaintia should not be broken, and this must be binded more closer together, and the covenant bond of our brotherhood should be continued, sir. So with these few words, I will appeal the mover of this resolution to withdraw, because this will impact a lot for the long run, sir. And so the time is coming when both the communities will be getting the 100% of reservation, because both of us are dreaming. Maybe one day we will have a separate Garo land. We may have separate Khasi Jaintia land. At that time, sir, we can have 100% is reservation. But for us today, sir, I would request, let's not disturb, and this must be continued for the betterment of our status, sir. With this few submissions, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you.